How you doing, guys? Welcome to another episode. So in this episode, I'm doing drums and replacing the whole thing with the wheel cylinder, pads, everything, springs and everything. The only problem is when I came here, they already removed the drum on this side, on the passenger side, so everything was a mess. I had to figure everything out. I just copy the stuff that it was on the other side and I start working on it. The best way is to take pictures, video, and just duplicate what's on the other side. But I have everything figured out, everything is new, so we good on this side. I'm replacing the wheel cylinder because it was leaking, the old one. Right here, it's busted. So it took me a minute because I didn't know where everything goes. Best thing to do, take pictures. I already adjust the adjuster and everything looks fine. I'm gonna finish the other side. I'm gonna show you how to do it. On this side, when I remove the drum, the adjuster came apart. So you just remove the tire, and if the drum is really stuck, hit it with the hammer, pull it out. The adjuster is on the bottom, and one of the springs on the bottom it broke off, so it's missing this little spring. First thing to do, like I said, take pictures, but now that I have the other side figured it out, if I miss something, I'm just gonna go to the other side to see where it goes. I don't have the tools to remove the springs, so you can do it with the pliers, a screwdriver. Just be careful, because these things can be dangerous. With the tool to remove the spring will be much easier, but I don't worry about it. That's one. That's why I'm using the pliers, so it doesn't hit you in the face. Also, it's really stuck in there, so I don't think it's gonna fly away, but just make sure that you're safe on this part. The green one was on top, just remember that. White one, it was on the back. So remember that when you have to put the new ones back on. Okay, springs are out. Now that I remove the springs, I can go ahead and remove the little clips that holds the shoes. That's one. That's the second one. Shoe out. Best way to do it, lay down everything on the floor so you know where it's going. We remove the spring and everything from the adjuster. And we have the second one out. Like I said, don't feel intimidated about it. Just make sure that you put everything in place. We have our pins, we have everything new. So you have everything on the floor, you're gonna know where it goes. This one, you gotta save it because we gotta reuse that one and we gotta reuse this one. And we're replacing the cylinder on this side too, so we don't have any leaks later on. So might as well do everything today. On the back is two 10 millimeters to remove the cylinder and 11 millimeter wrench to remove the brake line. Once I disconnect the brake line, I can switch the cylinders, put everything back on. You have to bleed the system. In this case, it was leaking for several days, so I had to bleed the whole system. Once you have the line removed, remove those two 10 millimeters to replace the cylinder. Connect the line, get everything tight, put the two 10 millimeter bolts back on. And get your brake line tight. That's that. Now we gotta tighten them up. The two little bolts. I spray some brake clean, so I clean the back plate and everything, and on the back too, because we got some brake fluid dripping. On the shoes, you have to match what you remove. That's why you have to put everything down, just to make sure with the when you put everything back on it, it's gonna be the same way. So this one goes on this side, this one goes on the other side, and you have to put make sure that the pin is on the bottom, so you can put the adjuster and springs in place, so it goes that way. I have the old one. The brown spring is gonna go with the hook like in a U shape. It's gonna go on this side. That's why I haven't removed everything, so I know where it goes. So this one is gonna go like that. Then this one is gonna go here. The spring is gonna go right here. And just force it into the shoe. Push it up, you lock it in place. So that part is done. The cable, this part of the cable is gonna go inside the shoe on this little cutout. Now we can put the retaining clip and everything on that shoe. Clip, spring, I'm gonna put it onto the shoe just to hold it in place. I don't even need pliers, I just push it in. We have the spring on the back, we have everything in place. Now let's do the other one. Same thing, put your clip and retaining clip, get that shoe in. Okay, shoes are in place. I have this one, put it right there. That's what's gonna hold the shoes in place. This one is for the cable. It's gonna go right here. First thing that is gonna go is gonna be the cable. Make sure that you put it the right way. The spring has to face to the front and the metal part has to face to the back. That one goes first. I'm gonna set it like that. Then we're gonna put the white spring on this side, the way that we remove it. Before we do that, make sure that you put the spring on this side. The spring that we removed, it was on two pieces. It broke off. So that one was gonna go right here. Green spring is gonna go on this side. Cable is next. Okay, now that you have everything in place, we can grab our adjuster and put it on. The spring on the back before you put it in place, because if you put it, it's gonna close the shoes. Remove it or don't put it yet on this side so you can put the adjuster. Once you have your adjuster in place, then you can put the spring on it. I'm gonna turn the adjuster a little bit, so I think it's in place now. It's in good setting, and that's all it is, guys. Everything is done. Like I said, could be intimidated, but once you lay down all your springs and you know where they go, it's like a walk in the park. I think it's really good. It's not dragging, but we want to loosen it up a little bit. Because you don't want to have it too tight. That's better, but we can adjust it a little bit more. We can open it a little bit more. Not too much. It's dragging a little bit. Couple turns. Just to put it in place. Now it's too loose. One little turn. That's better. So that's all it is, guys. Make sure that you don't have it too tight. You still have some room because you might overheat the new shoes, and that's really bad. Recommendation is to replace the drums too. In this case, my body didn't do it, but they're not in really bad shape. This is a 2008 Ford Ranger. Now I had to bleed the brakes. You guys saw me doing that a million times. I don't have to show you that. Now, after that, bleed the brakes, go for a drive, use your e-brake, make sure everything works fine. This is not a really bad job. It might be intimidated at once, but once you start getting used to it and you see where the springs go, it's really easy. And I did it with basic tools, with a pair of pliers, screwdriver. That's all it is. I hope you like this little episode, guys. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I'm gonna be happy to help. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one. Peace.